The movie starts on Earth 828. On television, a host explains that 4 years ago, 4 brave astronauts, Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben, went to explore space. However, they encountered a cosmic storm that altered their DNA and granted them superpowers. They then became the protectors of the world, saving it from great dangers. Next, we see Reed and Sue. Sue tells Reed that she is pregnant. Reed is very happy to learn that he is going to be a father. Later, Reed and Sue meet Ben and Johnny. Sue tells Ben and Johnny that she is pregnant. Ben and Johnny are delighted by the news and congratulate Reed and Sue. Reed has also built a portal in his lab, but when he activates it, the entire building loses power. Reed then tests his unborn child, who is completely normal and has no superpowers. One night, the Silver Surfer suddenly appears in New York City. She warns everyone that their planet has been chosen for destruction by Galactus. Galactus is a cosmic entity who consumes planets to sustain his life force. She tells everyone that no matter what they do, they won't be able to save their planet. She tells everyone that since they have little time left, they should spend their remaining time with their loved ones. She then leaves from there, and Johnny goes after her and grabs her by the surfer. Just then, she says something to him in her language and kicks him, knocking him down. Reed researches and finds out that any planet Silver Surfer has visited has disappeared. This means she's telling the truth, and Galactus will come to destroy their planet very soon as well. Reed then tells his team that they will go into space and negotiate with Galactus. Meanwhile, Johnny tells Reed, "When I went after the Silver Surfer, she said something to me in her language." Reed asks Johnny, "What did she tell you?" Johnny tells him, "How would I know what she said? I'm not from space." Sue asks Johnny, "What tone did she use when speaking to you? Was she angry, or did she speak in a calm manner?" Johnny tells her, her tone was calm. Johnny then tries to understand Silver Surfer's language. Meanwhile, Sue comes to him and tells him that Reed is calling him. Johnny comes to Reed. Reed shows Johnny his space suit, which is flameproof. In excitement, Johnny hugs Reed. The next day, before going into space, Reed announces in a press conference that he and his team are going into space, and they will negotiate with him and save their planet. They reach space and find Galactus. Just then, they see Galactus destroying a planet. Meanwhile, Silver Surfer comes to them and tells them that Galactus wants to meet them. Silver Surfer then takes them all to Galactus. Galactus tells Reed, "I will spare your world, but you must hand over your child to me. Your child possesses superpowers." Reed tells Galactus, "My child is normal. He has no superpowers. I've tested the child." Galactus tells Reed, "Your child is hiding its true nature from you." Reed tells Galactus, "I will not give you my child under any circumstances." Galactus then looks into Sue's eyes, causing her to go into labor pain. Meanwhile, Johnny attacks Galactus. Galactus also attacks them, but they manage to escape from him and reach their spaceship. They then start their spaceship and head towards Earth, but Silver Surfer follows them. However, they manage to escape from her as well. Sue gives birth to her child right there in the spaceship. Silver comes to Galactus and apologizes to him for not being able to catch the Fantastic Four team. Galactus tells Silver Surfer, "That child has infinite power. Because of that child, I will find salvation from my never-ending hunger. I want that child at any cost." The Fantastic Four team return to Earth. After reaching the Earth, Reed tells in a press conference that he tried to negotiate with Galactus, but he demanded his son in exchange for sparing the world, and he flatly refused to give him his son. After listening to Reed's speech, the public gets scared and goes crazy. Many people even start a sit-in protest in front of the Fantastic Four headquarters. Sue comes outside of headquarters with her child. She tells everyone that she will never sacrifice her child to save the world, but we will all fight Galactus together and defeat him. The public also supports her now. Reed gets an idea. He tells his team, "We'll take our planet to a place where Galactus won't be able to find it for millions of years." Sue asks Reed, "How?" Reed then tells her, "I have a portal." Through television, Reed shows the public how teleportation works. He places an egg on a portal, and the egg reappears in another location. Reed tells everyone that the only difference between our planet and this egg is size. From this moment on, we will build teleportation bridges all over the world. These bridges will be interconnected and work together to shift our planet to a new solar system. This will take 2% margins from the habitable zone, placing us so far from Galactus that he won't be able to reach us for millions of years. After that, teleportation bridges start to be built all over the world. Reed tells Sue that a lot of electricity is being consumed. "I tripled the power to run the portal, but it caused all of New York's electricity to run out in 3 seconds. Reed tells Sue that in order to run teleportation bridges, the lights of the entire world will have to be switched off. Sue asks Reed, "For how long?" "We can't stop the work on the bridges." Reed then appears on television and tells the public, "We will need electricity for the teleportation bridges." He pleads with everyone to use as little electricity as possible. Later, Reed asks his child, "If you have any special superpowers, tell me, it would help." But he just pees on him. Teleportation bridges are built all over the world. Reed then activates all of them. Just then, Silver Surfer arrives and starts destroying the teleportation bridges. Just as she is about to destroy the last teleportation bridge, Johnny arrives there. Johnny plays the recording, which is of Silver Surfer's country's people. Johnny then speaks to Silver Surfer in her language. He calls her by her name, which is Shala Bal. Silver Surfer asks Johnny, "How do you know my name? And where did you get these recordings?" Johnny tells Silver Surfer, "By piecing together your language, I found out about you. Your planet's name is Zen-La, and you were a scientist there, but you became Galactus's slave to save your child." Johnny then plays recordings of people from other planets crying and screaming. Then, he tells Silver Surfer, "You saved your own planet, but you helped Galactus destroy many other planets." At that, she screams very loudly and leaves quickly. Johnny follows her. Johnny asks Silver Surfer for help, but she tells him, "I can't help you." Johnny returns to the lab. Sue thanks Johnny for saving her child in the last teleportation bridge. The entire team is sad because they won't be able to move their planet now. During this, Reed looks at his son and gets an idea. Reed tells his team, "We need to bring Galactus here. We'll have to separate him from his ship and bring him here to Times Square. Then we'll send him to the other corner of the universe using the last teleportation bridge." Ben asks Reed, "How will we bring him here?" Reed tells everyone, "I will use my child as bait to bring him to Times Square." Later, they meet Mole Man, who is the leader of the underground nation of the underworld. Reed tells Mole Man to shelter all of the city's people in his underworld, but Mole Man doesn't agree when he is initially asked. However, Sue convinces him to do so. Then all the city's people hide in Mole Man's underworld. Early in the morning, they see that Galactus has reached near the planet. In the morning, they all come to Times Square and place the child on top of the bridge. Then they all take their positions. Galactus descends from his ship and lands on Earth. He then scans with his eyes and finds the child. He then starts moving towards the child. As soon as Galactus reaches near the child, Johnny blinds Galactus's eyes with fire. Then Johnny picks up the child from the bridge, and Reed places the empty bassinet on the bridge. Galactus is about to step onto the bridge when he realizes there's no child in the bassinet. He then scans with his eyes again and finds the child. He tells Reed, "That was a good move." Then he starts moving towards the child. Ben picks up the fuel tanker and hits Galactus on his chest. Johnny then sets Galactus on fire, but he still doesn't stop. Ben then picks up the crane. He is about to hit Galactus when Galactus grabs the crane. Galactus then throws Ben so fast that he reaches space. Johnny then goes after Ben and catches him. Just then, Sue tries to stop Galactus with her flying car. At that moment, Galactus punches Sue's car, and her car crashes into a building, and she falls unconscious inside the car. Reed then takes an iron rod and climbs onto Galactus's back, starting to destroy Galactus's engine. Just then, Galactus grabs Reed and starts pulling him. Johnny and Ben rapidly come from the sky and hit Galactus's face, causing Reed to be released from Galactus's hand. Galactus then takes the child and starts moving towards his ship. Just then, Sue regains consciousness. She then uses all of her shield powers to pull Galactus towards the bridge. Johnny then quickly starts the portal. Sue uses all her strength to get Galactus onto the bridge, then she collapses unconscious. Galactus enters the portal, but just then, Reed takes his child from Galactus's hand. Galactus then tries to exit the portal, and there's very little time left before the portal closes. Johnny then decides to sacrifice himself, and he quickly goes towards Galactus, but then Silver Surfer arrives and pushes Johnny. Silver Surfer quickly goes to Galactus and pushes him into the portal. Due to pushing him, she also goes inside the portal, and during this, the portal closes. Reed, Johnny, and Ben come to Sue. They all try to wake Sue up, but she is already dead. Just then, Reed places his child on Sue's chest. The child uses his superpowers to bring Sue back to life, and the movie ends here.